Welcome to the Public Pool Podcast. I'm Jack. This is Michaela. This is the final episode before America turns 250.
This is true. America 250 this weekend.
So I thought it would be fun to start the episode off, and I'll go first because I didn't have you prepare for this.
Okay.
With the 10
we're doing a listicle.
most iconic.
You're springing a listicle on me.
250 years.
Okay.
It's been 250 years. What are the 10 craziest things? I was going to do 250, but I said that's too long. Jack, that's too long for a podcast. So I'm going to go through my list. Ready for my list of the 10 craziest things in American history, 250 years and counting. Okay, number one. Remember when Nikki said, Miley, what's good at the VMAs?
Yeah, and then Miley said, you know how the media is.
That was crazy, and that was American history. That's number one. Number two.
You made this list?
I made this list. Number two, Kanye interrupting Taylor also at the VMAs. I'm kidding. I just Googled the craziest moments in award show history. But seriously, what a wild 250 it's been.
It has been a wild 250.
I should have prepared that. I should have actually given you the
because it was like off the top of my head.
Stamp Act. That's what you were going to say.
Stamp Act. To Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday like that.
There we
just
go.
Someone else's husband. And I'm a Marilyn stan. The fuck was that about, girl?
That was bold.
Bold.
That was bold. Like I've been thinking lately way too much in Love Island terms. And like, there's like, I just want to compare that to like a Love Island thing of like, that's a very Kenzie thing to do.
Yes.
Where you're kind of like.
Because first and foremost, I love Marilyn Monroe. She's an icon.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect though. And I've got to say, yeah, clearly she was fucking the president.
Yeah.
Two, Jackie had her killed. That's what I'm going to say. Everyone wants to say that the Kennedys did it. I think Jackie was like, this chick's got to go.
I got a real question for you. There's probably an answer to this, but was that when like the whole like blondes versus brunettes war started?
Probably.
It might have been.
But it was like, that was already kind of written like gentlemen prefer blondes. Like where it was like, that already was kind of a rhetoric. Like,
yeah. Okay. So never mind. That was already in like the ecosphere or whatever you would call it. So that makes sense. But are you shocked? Like there haven't been, I guess it's because 250 years you end up getting to history, but like how have there not been like the 250 greatest songs in 250 years?
Yeah, you're right.
I guess it's because it would start at 1940.
It did start a list of greatest collabs.
Which like that counts though. Cause like there were no, unless you, well, I mean, if you go collabs though, you would probably be like, you know, Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger, you know, we'd be going back to the Greek times of like, that's the first big collab.
Well, like collab of like music.
They wrote tunes. Yeah. I'm sure they did.
Because the list started with the other day. I've been all about Smooth. Recently by Santana and Rob Thomas. That's been my song of the summer. I don't know about everyone else.
That might be number one.
That's where the list started. I was like, why did we just keep making music after this?
I remember hearing that as a kid on the radio and kind of being blown away that that's not like
an artist itself,
group?
like a band. Yeah.
Like what? Like Santana just should have been like, hey, we're Santana and Rob Thomas now.
Yeah.
Like that should have clearly
magic was made.
Clearly this is the best collaboration of all time.
Yeah.
It would be like if John Lennon and Paul McCartney like played one song together and were like that was sick. See ya.
Yeah.
Like why would you say bye?
I don't know.
Why would Rob Thomas go back to Matchbox 20?
Like if that's not how bands form, I don't know how bands form. Like, I feel like you have magic with someone and you're like, this is it.
Or at least make another one. I mean, we looked and I liked all the songs on your Spotify because I was like, I liked all the songs.
And I haven't removed a single one.
But like Chad Kroeger of Nickelback made like 20 with Santana. Yeah. Why didn't he go back to Rob?
I don't know.
I think because he
what if it was like a toxic environment, those two, and they were like, we have to get this song done, and it was perfect.
Honestly, I was about to say that's probably what it was. Like that at the time, Matchbox 20 was huge, and Rob Thomas was the front man of that band, and he probably felt like he was doing Santana a favor, and he's like, I get more radio play. Whereas, like, I know for a fact, Chad Kroeger is like everybody who's met him like loves him.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he probably was like, Chad gets it.
Yeah.
Chad really gets it.
Yeah, that's my list just really quick. This is just me like thinking really quick.
Okay, so let me just also the greatest collabs in 250 years.
Yes.
Okay, we gotta start celebrating that.
Sure, you're right.
Yeah.
Because is everyone? There's a couple people who aren't American on here.
Say them and they're honorable mention.
Okay, so first we've got Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. Okay. Next we have WAP by Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
Unbelievable. Yes.
Amazing. They tried to do it again. Unfortunately, it didn't work as well with the song Bongos. I liked it. Didn't have the same commercial success. WAP. It wasn't WAP.
WAP was literally perfect.
I have Latch by Disclosure and Sam Smith.
That's so true.
That's the best song ever.
That song is so good.
I like teleport to another dimension when I hear that song. I'm like, yes.
That song's so good, and it like didn't. It's so good that it should have inspired a genre, but you can't.
You can't redo that
because it's so complicated.
Only Disclosure can do what Disclosure does.
That's that one, right?
Yeah.
You have to find me. Yeah, that's such a good song.
So that's a good one. And then Kanye West and Estelle, American Boy.
Maybe you're American boy. Did they do that? I always assumed that was like because Kanye loves pulling like old records and being like, I'm going to sample this. Was that live? And that's a modern person.
Yeah, I think so.
I assumed when I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is a recording from like 1960.
No.
Oh, interesting.
That's why she met a 5'7" guy that's just her type.
Oh.
You think she would have chose 5'7"?
I don't have the whole song memorized. I'm not going to lie with you. I'm not just talking. I don't have the whole song memorized.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind.
Yes. Okay. That is definitely up there.
Pitbull, Afrojack, Nair, Neo.
Done.
Give me everything.
Done. Wait, Afrojack was on that?
Yeah.
Why in the song does he then go Pitbull, Nair, Neo tonight?
I don't know.
I
think he just produced it. I think he was like,
I'm just not going to mention Afrojack.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Timberland, JT, and Nelly Furtado, Give It To Me. They had a couple good collabs.
Yes.
And then lastly, hot take. Mm-hmm. Dua Lipa and DaBaby, Levitating. I know she was like, we stream the version without him because he's controversial, but his verse is good.
DaBaby?
Yeah.
Right?
Left foot, right foot, levitating. Pop star, Dua Lipa with DaBaby.
Yeah, I'd also throw in there probably like, I don't know, like Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Dancing in the Street.
Yeah.
Like there's a few that I would probably toss in
this
there.
Is just, off the top of my noggin.
Yeah, off the top.
Off the top.
Hey, off the dome.
The ones that came to me,
Yeah, off the dome.
Yeah.
No, of course. Okay, more list.
Okay.
What are your favorite, we've already been through my favorite presidents.
Yeah, we did. Who did I say just died?
You thought that Eisenhower just died. And I will that's not like, by the way, I feel like a lot of people would think that too. Like it's really not that crazy.
I knew that wasn't true, but for some reason I saw, who were we talking about?
You were trying to name presidents.
What president just died?
Carter.
We were talking about President Carter.
No, you were trying to name presidents and we were going down the list, I thought.
Yeah.
And
you were trying to
I was like, he just died and you said Eisenhower.
And because I saw him and in my head for some reason I was like, oh yes, Eisenhower.
Yeah. Father of the American Highway. Ike. We like Ike. No. Like, okay, I got a better question. Then we can get into sports gossip. What do you think?
We're gonna keep chat. I don't really have a skinny today, so.
What do you think we're in the golden age of right now? That's the real question. What is actually peaking right now? And the answer is, if we're being honest, a lot of stuff. So we're because like a lot of things are new. Like right now, I don't know. Like people say that we were or are in the golden age of TV because they're basically making like movies and are now TV shows where it's like we watch miniseries all the time that are unbelievable. They said that when Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Mad Men were on TV and a bunch of other ones, they were like, this is the golden age of TV.
Yeah.
And that was pretty true. But I think it's probably, it's probably not as good as it was then.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of good stuff that comes out, but like.
I don't know. What are we in the golden age of?
What are we in the golden age of?
I think we're in the golden age of generic white country boys.
That is very true.
Of like kind of another face in the crowd. Like the other day we finished watching, I don't know, either one of the World Cup games or Love Island. And you went up to take off your face and I just like left the channel on and it turned into CMA Fest.
Yeah.
I love country music. It's crazy how much they're the same person with the same fucking name.
Yes.
It's like an AI generated person singing an AI generated song.
Yes.
This one he's talking about his boots.
No, because it's like they always make the joke of like they're always talking about the same stuff. Their beer, their truck, their
this
whatever.
country soldiers.
But man,
and by the way, I agree with literally everything every country singer says. By the way, I'm totally in when it's like pickup truck. I'm like, that sounds awesome, dude. Heavy beer, sure.
Well, that's that.
Light beer's for Canadians.
When they say that though, I'm like, oh yeah, because it's a good song. Why not do it again?
No, like for real, like.
Yeah, and I don't like country, but like
other genres should kind of take that note.
I mean, rap does it, but everyone else gets mad at rap.
Well, because I think the answer is rap feels so much easier because
I think country feels easier to me.
Well, I think that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Is that it is.
Yeah.
And I think that 4 people write every country song.
Yes.
But
I think we can make equal amount of songs about like beer and pickup trucks that we do to big booty girls. You know, it's all near and dear to our heart.
That's the problem though, sweetie. They're not singing rapping about big booty girls as much anymore.
That is true.
It's all now very self-referential. That's my issue with rap. It's a lot of like even my new favorite song that you show me, I'm the biggest, I'm the largest. Yes. That's about him.
Yes.
It's about how great he is.
Yeah.
I would love to hear a song where somebody talk like they used to be about like you'd have like you have
some more storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a good storyteller in a minute.
Or even just like doesn't have to tell a full story, just about something about how much you like big butts.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's really cool. That's a really cool thing that people do.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah. What are we in the age of right now?
We're not in the golden age of rock and roll. That's over.
The golden age of Ozempic.
Okay, we're in
weight loss.
Oh yeah. We're in the golden age of weight loss.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
That's a good call, baby.
Yeah.
That's what we're in the golden age of.
That's what all of a sudden that just happened.
I feel so dumb right now.
Why?
Trying to come up with the category of what is the best this in 250 years. I literally can't think of one.
I know, and I know I'll think of them later.
I'm like, okay, what's the best American invention? That's a good one, actually.
Ooh, I don't know where a lot of things are invented, unfortunately.
They asked the Japanese this, and they said, like instant ramen. And I thought it was a very creative answer by them.
Yeah.
And it's true. It is.
That's pretty
amazing.
Awesome.
Like, what's the greatest invention? Because you could go sliced bread, because that feels like it was up, but that feels like it was up there. Because sliced bread was invented. No, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
What about who invented AC?
You have to assume we did it.
Right?
I think I know we did it, and because I know the science behind it and what the guy figured out.
Yeah.
I mean, AC or the microwave. Like those.
The microwave is a biggie.
Like the microwave, we don't appreciate the microwave enough.
I appreciate the microwave.
I know you do.
Don't speak for me.
We thank it every day. We say, can you believe we live in a time with the microwave?
Yeah.
We were born.
That's where I'm like, life isn't real, or like it's a simulation. Is where I'm like, how did I happen to be like a person like born in the most privileged country in a time where I have all the knowledge at my fingertips and like GPS alone. I'm like, I could not imagine living without GPS. I could not imagine life without a thing that I can connect, that I can get a hold of someone. I can get help anywhere. I think that's the big thing, is being able to call 911 anywhere.
And I was about to say that like everybody at all times has always said that, because they're like, can you believe we were born in the 1500s? It sucked in the 1400s. But right now, more than ever, it kind of feels like the future doesn't sound awesome. It kind of sounds like the Matrix.
Yeah.
And it kind of sounds like nothing will... There's just such a pessimism that I feel like we're all trying to like ignore, of like, what happens when there's no jobs? So you might be right. We might have been born in the best time. Imagine how I feel. All of those things. I was literally born a straight white man, above 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that all the time. I'm like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
That I was born in? I am literally. This is the face of the most privileged person on paper that exists. I'm the most privileged person on paper that exists. I'm relatively healthy. Like,
you've got some ailments, but
I got some ailments. A lot of them are self-inflicted, and a lot of them are like, oh my God, stop complaining. I don't know. I legitimately think about it all the time. I'm like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
No, like, what are the odds that that's my life?
I've actually calculated. The odds are like, I think like 1% of the world is a straight white man in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are the 1%. What's your favorite couple of the last 250?
Couple?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Was it Abe and Mary Todd?
No.
No, you hate Mary Todd.
No, I just feel like I could.
You were Team Confederate.
Be more loud, you know.
Yeah.
No.
you're so Team Confederate.
I look like a little soldier right now, kind of. With
you
my
do.
outfit.
You look like a Union soldier. Those are the blues. You're wearing the blues. The Southerners were wearing gray because they were poorer.
What did I wear a couple weeks ago where I was like, it doesn't read on camera? That I was like, I looked like something. It was so funny.
Was it not that you the other day you came down in those pants and you said
there's matching pants to this outfit, and without the top, I was like, the model did not happen to be a young Mexican woman, and I came out and I was like, I look like I'm wearing mariachi pants.
You looked a little. It's denim marching band. It's denim marching band is what it's like, a 70s marching band uniform.
Yes.
When everything was denim.
Yeah.
I just feel so dumb not being able to come up with these.
It's
possible
hard
questions.
to on the.
Best couple was probably pretty good.
I like that you keep feeling like it's so hard, and then you ask another one.
Well, this feels like something I should be able to make a list of, like.
When you really think about it, but.
Because the obvious ones, like best president, are like, well, yeah, we talk about it all the time. And it was Silent Cal. Coolidge? Calvin Coolidge? Do you want to dive into sports gossip?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's start with LeBron. So actually, first, let me just go over the other like quick sports gossip things. There's actually been a ton of like trades and like movement in the NBA that have been like pretty crazy. Like Kawhi Leonard is going from the Clippers back to the Raptors, and it's like that's like actually legitimately league altering and crazy and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's not the Giannis trade that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
And it's not this recent LeBron news. So we're not going to cover that as much.
Yeah.
And then also the World Cup is just sort of like ongoing.
Yeah, the World Cup it's kind of like, it's a little like what the Olympics felt like, except like
better.
Yeah.
We are finally into like the meat and potatoes of the World Cup.
Yes.
We're past the group stage. We're into the knockout rounds. And
almost did knock you out.
The first knockout game was Canada versus South Africa, and South Africa, I think, beat Canada.
I want to say they did.
I think they might have. Like,
it is so funny. There is enough games a day that I am like, wait, what happened?
I legitimately watch every game, except because there was only one game on Sunday. It was the first one, and because Canada and South Africa aren't very entertaining, I actually was like, miss me.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I started watching. I was like, I don't care. No, Canada won. Okay. That's it. Canada won, and all of the African nations were like, yay, Canada, because I guess they don't like South Africa. I didn't look too much into it, but apparently there's like some beef there.
There's some beef.
They're sort of the United States of Africa, which is interesting. And that's a bold statement. I have no idea if that's true. So, but yesterday there were the next three, which were like kind of really the start of the knockout games. And they were all three just like absolutely crazy games. So first, Brazil beat Japan, and Brazil was supposed to beat Japan, but the way that they beat them was weird because like Japan scored first. And I remember saying, oh my God, Japan scored. Cause like if Brazil loses in the round of 32, literally a brand new round, it used to start with the round of 16. So it would be essentially losing in the group stage. It would be absolutely bananas. They ended up coming back, but like it did not look good. Then we had two upsets. One of them was absolutely crazy. We had Paraguay versus Germany. We beat Paraguay, by the way. And the second that the United States beat Paraguay, all you bitches, all you freaking Euro trash bitches were saying like, you know what? Like, oh yeah.
Oh, well, look who you got paired up with.
You should have beat Paraguay.
You got easy.
And it's like, fine. Okay, well, what about Germany, the second winningest team in the history of the fucking World Cup? What about the goddamn Krauts and them? Like, oh, they got beat by fucking Paraguay in fucking free kicks? Are you serious, girl?
I'm freaking free kicks?
Okay.
Are you freaking serious?
I don't want to hear it, Angela Merkel. We are better than you, ipso facto. I know it doesn't work exactly like that, but transient property, we are better than Germany. America 250. So, but then we also had a really great game, which was Netherlands versus Morocco. They also tied. They also went to free kicks, and Morocco miraculously won. Mm-hmm. Miraculously is a little bit extra to say that for that because, like, to be fair, that was like actually like a pretty close game. Like everybody was saying, like this is the game of the first round.
Yeah.
So it's not that crazy. It's like in March Madness when like it starts with like an 8 seed playing a 9 seed.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody picks their upsets because like it's not that crazy if there's an upset.
Yeah.
But it made me think that like, so we watched that together. Do you not feel, I feel so stressed watching these young men kick these free kicks.
Yes, I do. Because it's all on you.
It's all on you. And like, I don't want to say, because we obviously take sports super seriously here. It's the same way I feel when it's like, oh, it's a season-changing field goal kick about to happen. I do feel guilty watching that unless it's a player, even if it's a player on my team. Watching the free kicks, I'm like, these countries take soccer very, very seriously.
Very seriously.
And this guy will be famous and life will be very hard for him if he misses us.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's just a lot. Like I remember they were like cutting to the crowd at a certain point. I literally made you rewind over some guy who was losing their mind when they missed a kick.
Yes.
And I was like, this is not someone who's not going to go home and like not punch a hole in the wall.
No,
like,
it was a little bit concerning.
Like I was like, this isn't good.
It was funny unless you start thinking about like, I was looking for the wedding ring. Like, does he have a wife and kids? Is he about to go home and be a fucking problem?
It's worrisome
for his family. But so Morocco ended up winning. I saw the weirdest thing, and I saw somebody say like, I've never seen this happen before, but like one of the Moroccan players like kicked a free kick. The goalie on the Netherlands stopped it. The Dutch goalie stopped it. And then something happened where the ball like rolled around him and he like barely moved his leg, but it was just enough momentum to just like push the ball into the goal. So he literally saved and then unsaved.
He like caught it into his body.
Yeah.
But his body wasn't quite on the floor yet. So he ended up like almost like pushing it under him. And then it like
popped
off
out
of his leg. And like it like just went back. And it was just like the most, him grabbing it along with gravity.
Yeah.
Like just it was a disaster.
Here's what I'll say though. All you bitches on the internet are constantly talking about how much better the Netherlands is than the United States and how in the Netherlands we should be like the Netherlands. I might be confusing that with Norway, but I don't know, the end countries. All you bitches have been saying that. So sounds like Netherlands is fine. I love that they wear orange. My dad loves the Nederlander because they wear orange. He thinks it's awesome. So they'll be fine. And I'm sure that goalie's not going to be harassed.
Yeah.
Morocco, I'm a little bit more concerned. They seemed a little bit more rabid.
Yes.
I do have to say, so last week we filmed a clip where we went over the top World Cup teams in pop terms. I'm a little bit concerned that we might have cursed a few teams.
Shit.
Here's what I mean. We went through we went through all the top teams and the USA, and I know like USA seems like they're like right outside the top teams, but I don't know, we'll freaking see. The two teams that we didn't do were Netherlands because again, I was like, I know so little about that team compared to the other teams.
Yeah.
And was like, we're going to be short for time anyway. We'll lose that.
We had to cut where we had to cut.
But people noticed that. They're like, how can you leave out Netherlands? The biggest one that we left out was Germany.
Yeah.
And we left that out because I literally forgot Germany existed, which is crazy because I'm like mostly German. So that was freaking crazy. Those two teams both got upset and lost. The two teams that we didn't discuss in our top rankings.
I think maybe that was your womanly intuition, girl.
That might have been my woman. Like that might have been an intuition.
Yeah.
That's that's actually legitimately crazy because there's more than likely now all of the other teams that we mentioned are going to make it to the next round, which means that our clip that we were like, we got to get it there before the knockout round would still be valid in the second round.
Still relevant.
It's still relevant.
That is the thing with the sports gossip where like, it is so funny where people are like, oh, like, why don't you talk about this or this? And like, I always have to point people to the podcast being like, we talked about it on the podcast, but it was like, by the time we film, edit, something could have changed so much.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like even when we post the podcast, sometimes I'm like, shit, like, well, this changed like completely. And so I'm like, you guys are going to listen a day and a half later.
So like when we first started doing this, one of the big things that we started doing was like, I was going through all of the different NFL divisions and describing them, basically kind of explaining them. And then the next year I was like, should we do that again? And I was like, I don't know. We like just did that. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, the teams have changed. It's actually a totally different dynamic now. So we tried it for a second, but it did just feel weird they hadn't changed enough. I feel like that might be like an every other year, every 3 year thing.
Yeah.
That we do. Really quick, I just want to get into, so I'm literally giggling as I say this. So another NBA player has been indicted for gambling charges. His name is Malik Beasley. He was charged with a guy named Ed Davis, who I don't remember if he was an NBA player. He might have been. I mean, his name was Ed Davis, so maybe that's why I didn't remember him, even though that name would kind of stick out in the NBA if I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
But he might have just been his friend. He was charged with this guy, Ed Davis, too. But the whole idea is that he was rigging games or telling bettors to bet on certain things, and then he was trying to accomplish them. It's an ongoing issue in all these sports.
Yeah.
Because betting is freaking everywhere. It's also really like, have you ever heard of the Darwin Awards?
Yes.
So if you don't know, guys, the Darwin Awards is basically a thing. I don't know if they still do it because it's a very mean thing. But basically every year they would find news stories and figure out who died in the dumbest way.
Yeah.
Like it's people who like make the dumbest decisions. Like there was one I remember where I was like, this is just sad. Where it was like a chicken fell down a well. And so a guy went in to save it. And then that guy needed help. And then basically almost like half a town, everybody got in the well because they were trying to help. And it's like, guys, stop getting in the well.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't helping. I think like they all died. And remember, like, this is a tragedy.
Yes.
They're dumb, but this is a tragedy. But it's kind of, that's what gambling has sort of done to sports, where it's sort of like the Darwin Awards for athletes, because these sports books are computers. So they notice when somebody bets a crazy amount on a certain player, a random player, to do something, because clearly something's up. Like, nobody would bet. There was one I saw on the indictment where it was like, nobody would bet like $50,000 on Malik Beasley, who's like a known player but not a star player, hitting the over on points and rebounds. Like, it's just a random thing to bet $50,000 on. So the FBI is immediately noted, the league's noted, they watch, he's caught. But the reason why it's so funny is immediately these clips started coming out of potentially suspicious. I've literally never seen anything more obvious. It's basically the NBA's version of movie night.
Yeah.
The one play that I saw that I can't stop giggling about is, okay, so at the time he's on the Timberwolves.
Okay.
The score is 110 to 118, which is good for Malik Beasley because the spread for the game was 8.5 points, which means that his team, if he bet on the game, just has to lose by 8.5 or less points.
Okay.
They have to be within 8.5 of the other team.
Yeah.
But a player on the opposing team with 4 seconds left hits a free throw shot. Now they're losing by 9 points.
4 seconds.
With 4 seconds left. The game is over. No other player is doing anything. The only reason why that player on the other team even tried to make the free throw was for his stats.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. It's been over.
Yeah.
It was over the moment he was born. It's 100. The game is going to be 119 to 110, and that's the game. See you guys. Malik Beasley, he dives for the ball. He sprints down the court like he's going to make a game-winning shot, and he dunks the ball into the net as hard as he can and as sure as he can to make sure that his team scores so that they only lose by 7 points. There's never been more blatant. I wonder if he knows someone who has money on the fucking game.
Just the most unnecessary play.
Like, be more obvious. The most unnecessary play I've ever fucked. There was another one where it was like Malik Beasley was never known as much of a rebounder. And there was one game where he was diving for balls. And you can say, and I'm sure guys like him, they always have the same logic. Pete Rose did too, saying, I only bet for myself. Like, I bet that I would win.
That is true, at least.
That's true.
You still have to work for it.
Let me tell you the really quick argument against that.
No, I know, but
just for the people, because you're like, yeah, because that is such a common thing. When Pete Rose, who was banned from the Baseball Hall of Fame and banned from baseball, he was a manager on a team, and his argument was, I only bet that we would win. The problem is, because he's the manager, if he has a ton of money on this game as opposed to tomorrow's game, he's going to try harder to win today's game. So he might waste the bullpen.
yeah.
He might waste pitchers' arms. He might make decisions. He's going to be treating this game like a win or go home game, even though it's just another regular season game. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Is you actually, okay, yeah, you're betting on yourself, but like, it's different from betting on yourself if you're a boxer. It's one and done. It's over.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather does that all the time, and that doesn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah.
But so for Malik Beasley, it is like he basically might as well have tweeted, I gambled on this game.
It's so funny.
Him diving for rebounds is just as funny, though.
No, like, that's really funny.
Him diving for rebounds like he's Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound, is fucking... It's so blatant. Like, what?
Charles Barkley played?
Yeah.
Why didn't I know that? I guess I just kind of see him as a figure.
Well, you didn't know that, and I'm sure... girl, if you didn't know that, probably a bunch of people didn't know that.
I actually had no idea. Now that I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. You didn't think he played because he's such an entertaining TV character?
Yes.
There's an argument that's like, well, he was clearly trained for this.
Yes, like clearly this was his calling.
No, he was...
That's really funny. I didn't even think about that.
He's considered the greatest basketball player ever to not win a championship because he played at the same time as Michael Jordan.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he was a shorter for the NBA guy.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like 6'6". For a player who's like his best skill was rebounding.
Yeah.
That's like a tall man's game. That's why they called him. He was also always a little bit overweight.
Yeah.
So they called him the round mound of rebound. Yeah.
Maybe that's why it was like, oh, because he was more of a weight. But now he's on row. And now he's wearing suits that are still way too large for him.
I kind of respect it. And I'm also, every time I see him, I kind of get angry.
Yeah.
He's lost so much weight that if you like, I mean, he's not on TV right now because the season's not running, but like he's lost so much weight. He looks fucking silly.
He looks silly.
He looks like a kid wearing his dad's jacket.
You're very wealthy.
Yes.
Go buy some new tailored suits.
I wonder though if it's part of the like he doesn't want to get rid of them in case he puts it back on.
Don't get rid of them. Buy new ones.
Yeah, he's rich as fuck.
You're so rich. You just got all that row money.
He's got all that fucking row money. He's who they like should be. Like that's exactly who I would have.
Yeah.
My God, is it easy to be like Kirstie Alley when she did Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or whatever she did.
I think.
When she did that, like she fucking lost a ton of weight. That's so hard.
Yeah.
When these guys do it, like GLP-1s, they are like, it's not cheating, but it is a cheat code.
It is like you're going to do this so much faster than you would have before. Yeah.
Or even not even just faster. It's going to not be as mentally tough.
Yeah.
You're no longer, what if I just took away hunger? Like that's so much fucking easier.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
What if we give Ozempic to all the kids in Africa so they're not hungry anymore?
Oh, baby, that's really good. That's
just thoughts.
That's a pitch. We should pitch that.
We should pitch that. Ozempic for the children in Africa who are hungry. This is how you end world hunger.
This is how you do it. They're no longer hungry. If we gave all the children in Africa Ozempic, they would no longer be hungry. Where is world hunger?
Oh my God.
Where is world hunger? They're fine.
Oh my
and
God.
they're lean.
Also, think of all the food that we're saving by having a bunch of skinny bitches in LA.
That helps the environment.
Oh my God,
bitch.
that helps everyone.
That helps the fucking environment.
We can give that food to everyone else. So that's why everyone has to be on Ozempic.
Everyone has to be on
Ozempic because we're saving the food for the children, for the hungry.
So LeBron had two major announcements today, okay?
Okay.
First one was he's going to keep playing. And every year, by the way, it's kind of like, that's the big question. It's like, is he going to be coming back? Is this his last farewell tour?
That's literally the only thing that like all the sports shows talk about off season of any sport. They're like, is LeBron going to play again? Is he going to retire?
And at this point, at first it was kind of annoying, but now it actually is kind of like, I get why they're talking about it because it is just impressive. It's similar to like what Tom Brady went through where it was like, well, he's 44. He's not going to play. But it's like the year before it was like, well, he's 43. He's not going to play again.
Yeah.
And he just kept on doing it.
Yeah.
To the point that his wife left him.
Yeah.
LeBron's wife, I think, will be very faithful.
Yeah, I think she's staying.
She doesn't have Gisele Bündchen's side businesses though.
No.
So there's a part of that. That's a part of it. Or sorry, career. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm calling it side business because you also told me that she's like a freaking gajillionaire from like makeup lines and stuff, right?
Well, just from her, I think she...
just from modeling?
Yeah, her like net worth like lapped Tom Brady's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all, but also, again, to be fair, it's because Tom Brady intentionally took less money.
That is true.
Like he probably would have beaten her if he took what Tom Brady's worth.
Maybe. But I think for a long time, she was like the highest paid model.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he was just, I'm saying that just because he was the best player in the most popular American sport for 20 years. So anyway, that's number one. LeBron announced he's still playing. That's major news in and of itself. But number two, this is where we get kind of our little petty Queen James. He goes by King James, but petty Queen James.
Queen James.
He announced that, and it kind of was a message to the Lakers too. He was like, don't plan on having me next year. I won't be playing for the Lakers. Now, here's the thing. The PR reps for both sides have said there's no animosity between the two parties. I'm just going to call a little bit of BS on that because like, if you think about it, like it is a decision.
Yeah.
That is a decision to announce publicly that you will not be playing for a team.
Yeah. Like, hey, just so everyone knows, me and Brad are over.
Like
I'm available.
Like it might have been a mutual breakup.
Yeah.
But you only say that if there is a breakup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like that's why it's kind of annoying to me right now because like both PR teams are saying there's no animosity. There has to be. That's just such a weird thing to say.
Well, the question is, are they now going to start Bronny?
Well, that's a really good question, sweetie. That's a question only a ball knower would ask.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's what they call me.
Yes. They call you Michaela the ball knower.
The ball knower.
That's why we have sports gossip because you know so much.
I really know balls.
You know balls really well. I'll Now, let me just give you a little bit of I'll give you guys a little bit of the tea behind all of this because so the Lakers have clearly been planning for like a post LeBron James era.
Of course.
For like, at least the last couple of years.
They're getting Grandma's estate ready.
And by the way, that's a really good way to put it because that's kind of fair. I mean, like, again, every year the question is he coming back? And he's only signing 1-year deals at a time, which he always did, not because he's old, but because that way he can always have the league max. He was somebody who knew like other players, they want to sign the league max for as long as they can because if they get hurt or if they just end up not being as good as people think they are, they're guaranteed that money.
Yeah.
LeBron knows he's as good as he is, and he takes care of his body better than anyone. So he's like, I'm going to sign 1-year maxes. I'll be good. I'll get the most money I possibly can. It's not crazy for the Lakers to be like, what do we do if next year he decides he's going to leave?
Yeah.
So this is the first full season where it was very clear, like he was second fiddle to Luka Doncic. Mm-hmm. Luka Doncic was the Lakers star. LeBron James is the star of the NBA, but he was number 2 on the team. And even for number 2, he was kind of competing with this guy, Austin Reeves, who the Lakers just signed to a mega deal. Now, apparently, rumors are LeBron was a little bit ticked off that the Lakers weren't exactly like urgently reaching out to him to sign him for next year's season.
Yeah, he's not feeling wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It's good to feel wanted.
He wanted to feel wanted. He wanted just like some attention. All he needed was like some attention.
Yeah, like literally just text me back.
He's not saying that he has to be their priority, but like he should be our priority.
No, literally.
You know?
Yeah.
So now here's where it gets really fun though, because like where is LeBron James going to go? And girl, like literally, here's the thing. It's like every single team, every single owner wants LeBron James on their team because it's just a money pit.
Of course.
Because like immediately LeBron James, blank jerseys sell out and become the number 1 selling jersey for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So can I go through really quickly with you places he might go?
Please.
So the number 1 thing people are talking about, and I don't even know if it's because it's like true or probable, or if it's because it just sounds like a freaking movie.
Yeah.
The number 1 place is the Warriors. So the Warriors have Steph Curry, who's kind of like, I don't know if he's the second oldest player in the league, but he's up there.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
No, I know he's been around for a minute, but he feels young in my head.
And he didn't come out of college as quickly as other players.
Okay.
Because everybody was like, look at this short guy who only shoots 3-pointers.
Short king.
How freaking stupid were they? Anyway, it's like in retrospect, like he got drafted 10th, even though he was the best player in college basketball and nobody had seen anybody like him. Going to the Warriors, this would also be sort of like it's like a former enemies taking on the world thing.
Yeah.
It's an old guy world tour. Draymond Green would still be there. And then Anthony Davis, who's also one of the older players, even though he's not that much older. I don't know why people always act like he's like nearing his 40s like Steph is. He's like 35.
Oh, okay.
He's like 5 years younger than Steph, but people act like he's like...
Well, he's over 30. Might as well just put him out to pasture.
He's basically a fucking grandpa in the NBA. But it would be really fun if they did that.
Yeah.
And also it's just kind of like, okay, the Warriors hated LeBron because it was basically for 3 years, it was the Warriors versus LeBron James in the finals.
Okay.
Wherever LeBron was, he was facing the Warriors.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, here we go again.
And he gets to stay in California.
He gets to stay in California, which he loves their taxes. I'm kidding.
Loves.
But yeah, he would go there. So that's one option. Number 2 is he goes back to Cleveland, where he's from, where he was drafted, where it all started.
Doesn't that kind of feel like that's the answer?
It feels like, well, the Warriors also feels like the answer though too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because it's like, okay, if we're calling this his final chapter, which by the way, bold to call it that because we've said that for fucking forever.
Yeah.
Like he's literally like,
he's Madonna.
It's like every year of his career feels like the next Fast and the Furious movie where they're like, this is it.
Yeah.
It all ends.
The final lap.
And then Vin Diesel's like, the film was coming together.
Yeah.
He's probably going to play until 2035. And he probably will be a top 10 player till 2035. So why stop? But he'll be going, if he goes to Cleveland, they could really use him because they're very good. They're championship ready.
Yeah.
They're just sort of missing like a spark and
God knows he has it.
like they just need sort of like a storyline.
Yeah.
Like if it's LeBron's final run, that might be it.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you just need a little magic in the air.
yeah. So really quick before we get to the last like real option, I'm just gonna entertain LeBron James to my Washington Wizards. So Michael Jordan, everybody forgets, didn't end his career with the Chicago Bulls where he was famous for playing. He ended his career with the Washington Wizards, right? Literally, he did that when my family moved to Washington, D.C. from New York.
That's fun.
So I remember going to a Washington Wizards game and my dad being like, that's the guy from Space Jam. I'm like, that's the guy from Space Jam? I literally remember being like, that's him. And my dad, I remember, my dad's so fucking funny, just to be like, yeah, he's not very good anymore.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. And by the way, none of the like Michael stands ever talk about how LeBron is so much better at 42 than Michael was at like 35.
Yeah.
So whatever. But maybe he goes to the Wizards. He's been kind of shadowing, him and Michael have this sort of like, will they, won't they career.
Yeah.
He wore 23 at the beginning. And then he switched to 8 when he went to Miami, trying to be like, I'm not trying to be Michael. And then when he switched back to 23, being like, okay, I am. like acknowledged it. And yeah, so like if he goes to the Wizards, it is shades of that. Plus the Wizards, we got the number 1 pick in the draft. We have Trae Young, Anthony Davis, who he loves. It's like his current bestie in the league and still wants to play with. Is currently on the Wizards. And
he is? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have him. Unless LeBron comes, there's no way we still have Anthony Davis because he's literally like, girl, I'm better than this team, which is, so part of me is kind of like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But then part of me is also like, well, if LeBron comes, either way, fuck you. I hate that people treat the Washington Wizards like that. I think we shouldn't be named the Wizards.
That is the most true thing. The Wizards is a really silly name.
It just sounds dumb.
I'm a Wizards fan.
Like, that's why I call them the Zards. Like, and you know what? Before you say like that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've been over on this podcast before if you listen to it, but what's a Nick? What's a Met?
Yeah.
It's like, these are just words. They're just sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to be, you said the Bullets?
The Bullets. And then we were the number one
murder capital
of the world. So
yeah.
they said we shouldn't be called that. I
think it's festive.
We used to be called the Bullets, and I'm not a Washington football fan, but they used to be the Redskins. Can you imagine? They were the Washington Bullets and the Washington Redskins. That city, the nation's capital, had more offensive names. I never thought about it like that. But the final team that he could go to is the Miami Heat, another old stopping ground of his.
He's taking his talents to Miami?
He's taking his talents to South Beach.
South Beach. Damn it.
Why that would be interesting. I know. I was
so close to the reference. I was so close, guys. I thought I knew it.
I was like, that's not even like a spin on it because we're literally talking about LeBron James and he's the one who said that.
I thought I had the reference.
He'd be going back to South Beach to cozy up with Ron DeSantis, to sanctimonious. But why that would be tempting for him is they have Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's
the Greek freak.
At this point, also in the old guy club.
Is he? I thought he was new. I thought he was like fresh blood.
No, he's like officially, he's just entered the senior tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Thought he was fresh. First I ever heard of him was in the Nicki Minaj song.
He won the back-to-back MVPs, and I want to say 2018, 2019, which is a while ago.
Don't say that.
I know. That's what always freaks me out, where I'm like, oh, you mean like, well, the Warriors were so good. And it's like, yeah, a decade ago, they and LeBron played against each other.
COVID really stole years.
Like, it's fucking crazy. But anyway, Giannis, who's still, by the way, I think he's still considered a top 3 player. It'd be like Wemby, Shea, Jokic. He's a top 6 player guaranteed. Mm-hmm. And that's why the Heat traded their entire team, except for Bam Adebayo, to the Bucks to get Giannis. So here's why that's appealing to LeBron. One, if you have Giannis and you have Bam Adebayo, who's a very, very good player, he could win something. It's like, that's a great foundation. Plus LeBron, who's also still really fucking good. But it would basically be a locker room of 3 people. Oh wait, no, because they need players so bad, and they're paying Bam, Giannis, and would be paying LeBron so much that the amount they could pay other players wouldn't be very much. Which means, wait a minute, Bronny might start for the Heat. LeBron James' son, who's going to be following him wherever he goes.
No, he's staying with the Lakers, honey.
I've seen some people kind of like half joking about that. He might actually. That would just be fucking crazy.
That'd be really funny.
I don't know. They would just put him in the G League.
Yeah.
Which is their minor leagues.
Yeah.
What a letdown. What a letdown for him. But like, if he went to the Heat, like if LeBron's calling around being like, hey, announced that I'm not going to retire until I play with my son. The reason why I haven't retired is because I haven't really played with my son. He's been like a backup while I play. If he calls around, he says to teams like, I'll go to you, I'll sell 1 billion jerseys, but my son has to start. There's literally one team in the NBA who's like, yeah, he probably would even if you weren't here.
Yeah.
And that's the Miami Heat. Like Miami Heat might have, their lineup might be Bam at center, Giannis at power forward, LeBron at small forward. This team actually sounds pretty fucking sick. But you need more depth. They would need a lot more depth. LeBron at small forward, somebody else at shooting guard, and Bronny James as the starting playing minutes point guard. So now that I'm saying this out loud, he's going to Miami Heat for sure. She's going to the Heat. Oh my God, he should do it.
What's like the most random team you think he could join?
I'll actually really quickly, I'll just kind of go down the list of why going to any team would certain teams would make sense. So as a refresher, if you went to the Warriors, it would be because it's like a Fast and the Furious like type movie of like they could make a movie out of this, like the old guys, one last ride.
Yeah.
If you went to Cleveland, it would be like to go back where I'm from. If you went to the Wizards, it'd be like because I'm kind of parallel to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If you went to the Heat, it would be because they have Giannis. Like they look like they have stars, and it's the type of team where they actually could play his son. They actually might want his son. Someone have to play in the G League and be like insulted all the time. If you went to the Celtics, I doubt it unless you took like a big pay cut. But if you went to the Celtics, it would be because they're like another historic NBA team.
Franchise.
And he wants to basically touch all of the major teams. He actually, what would be funny if he did that is all he'd have to do is go to the Suns and the Magic and he would be playing for identical teams that Shaquille O'Neal did. He would not go to Toronto, I don't think, although they did just get Kawhi Leonard, so maybe that could be possible. He could go to Atlanta because he loves strip clubs.
This is true.
He could go to the Bucks. Like, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't go to the Bulls. He could go to the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know how tight he is with Jay-Z, but he could do that as like kind of a friend thing.
That could be kind of a thing, but I don't know if they're friends.
I don't know if they're friends.
Yeah.
They're just like both the type of people where like I don't want to say like LeBron went to Diddy parties because I don't know, but like I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
I don't feel like he was in any of those spheres.
I doubt he did too. He's been pretty G-rated just because he can't drink a ton and
I was gonna
drugs.
say he like doesn't party, so it's like.
But LeBron's just in that sphere of like LeBron,
powerful,
Oprah,
yes.
Jay-Z, like the people who basically Barack Obama has shouted out.
Yes.
In like actual things.
Yeah.
LeBron is in that sphere.
Of course.
Okay. He wouldn't go to the Thunder because the Thunder don't need him. He could go to the Spurs to play with Wemby and be like, I'm passing the torch.
That's true.
That would be interesting.
That could be cute.
That would be really cute. He should go to the Spurs.
Oh my God, go to the Spurs.
Okay, for right now I'm saying first Wizards, then I like to see Heat, then Spurs. He won't go to Denver. He's not going back to the Lakers. I doubt he'll go to the Rockets. They already have Kevin Durant. Maybe he does. Kevin Durant's been the second best player throughout his entire career. And like that would be another version of kind of the old heads reuniting, but it wouldn't be as good as him and Steph. Won't go to the Timberwolves because he just want to live in Minnesota. The Clippers are rebuilding. Yeah, so I'd say probably the most random team he could go to would be the Spurs.
Yeah.
He could go to the Spurs just to be like to pass the torch.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though too is like if you put yourself in his shoes, everybody's always trying to guess what he's going for.
Yeah.
And the answer usually is another championship. Mm-hmm. So he'll put himself in the best situation to win another championship. And I mean, if he did that, it'd probably be the Spurs.
Yeah.
Because the Knicks wouldn't take him.
No.
Anyway, that's the LeBron drama.
That's the LeBrama?
That's the LeBrama.
Didn't roll off the tongue as easily as it did in my head.
Okay, sweetie, let's break down this Caitlin Clarke drama.
I picked Clarke.
So basically last week, a player on another team, Alyssa Thomas, hit her in the throat and the refs did like nothing about it. And it was only after backlash that the league like actually stepped in and suspended Alyssa.
Ouch.
But girl, that's like just the latest incident. The drama is that this has become like a recurring theme in the WNBA.
Go on.
Okay, so I'm going to say something that's a little bit controversial, but like it's just a fact.
Okay.
Caitlin Clarke is the best thing that's ever happened to the WNBA, and it's not even close.
How so?
Well, so like she was so popular in college that like the second that she entered the Villa, ticket sales, TV ratings, just like the value of the entire league and teams in it quadrupled instantly.
She did to the WNBA what like ABC was trying to do to The Bachelor by like casting Taylor Freaky Paul.
No, but literally, like she basically brought the Eras tour to the W, and no one has actually benefited more than the other players. Like they now, in just 2 years, make 5 times as much money. They fly private instead of coach. They're more famous, and for the first time in decades, the league is actually growing.
They went from being a server at SUR to hosting Love Island.
Yes, but like as crazy as that sounds, this actually like isn't a new concept in any way. Like literally every major sport has had a Caitlin Clarke-like figure that launched them into the mainstream. Like baseball had Babe Ruth, hockey had Gretzky, basketball had Magic and Larry, and then later Michael.
Bangs had Zooey Deschanel.
Now, one of the unwritten rules in sports is that the face of the league, the player who sells the most tickets, gets special treatment. Like after Tom Brady tore his ACL in 2008, the NFL literally made a new rule that quarterbacks aren't allowed to be hit in the knees. Like, protect your merchandise.
Girl, don't bite the diva that feeds you.
Exactly. But the W is doing the exact opposite. Like, I swear to God, it legitimately seems like a good chunk of the league and the refs are like legitimately trying to hurt Caitlin Clarke, or at the very least, like bully her into quitting.
Why?
That is a loaded question. You're going to get a different answer from every different person that you ask. But if you get down to it, the truth is that they're peanut butter and jealous because like they don't like that she gets all of the attention, even though she's one of, but not the best player in the league. And they also hate that like the new fans basically act like the W didn't exist before Caitlin got there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's valid.
But also real talk. I don't know if you know this, but women can be very cliquey and kind of ruthless to each other. Like think about if a real husband series exists, that would suck.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not to mention the league has always had a chip on its shoulder because like all women's sports, like all women's music, girl rap, chick flicks, everything, it's always been considered to be inferior, which like sucks and it's unfair and it's sexist.
Like I get what the players are like this, but like why isn't the league doing anything?
I don't know. No one knows. Like it doesn't make any sense because they do know what would happen if she's out. When she's been hurt, TV ratings and ticket sales plummet.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
And honestly, like I'm sure all of this comes off as like mansplaining, but here's the thing. If somebody cheap shot at Patrick Mahomes and ended his career, the league, the media, that guy's fucking teammates would make sure he never played football again. So it's weird that the WNBA isn't doing anything.
Yeah, no, it's really like, if she's gone tomorrow, so is everything.
So is everything. Like, it's this weird thing where it's like they're kind of like bluffing. A lot of them seem to be playing, and it's the stars too. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
Like you get players on other teams or even teammates who feel like she's overshadowing them or anything like that. But like stars, like Kelsey Plum, is like weirdly anti-Caitlin Clarke.
Yeah, I like saw the video of her being upset with like a fan wearing a Caitlin Clarke jersey, asking to take a picture with her.
And at first I thought it was like, oh, maybe she's just like teasing.
Around.
No.
Yeah, it was just weird.
No, she's like, no, fuck Caitlin Clarke. Caitlin Clarke, and you know what the other element of this is? You're like, oh, is she like a shit talker? And it's like, yeah, kind of as much as anyone during a game.
Yeah.
But like Caitlin Clarke is probably the most boring person who's ever existed in the entire country outside of what she does on a basketball court.
Yeah.
like she is so just flyover state Midwest. No offense. I love the flyover states. Actually, that's where I ideally would like to live. I love America. I love Americana. But like,
I mean, I even saw the drama with like they left her out of like the anniversary poster.
Oh my, I didn't even fucking get to that. Okay,
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, that was just like, that wasn't as big as the other drama, but like it just was like.
That's insane.
Yeah.
No, that's insane because like, okay, we
couldn't even put her on the poster.
Leaving it. Let me explain what other like anniversary posters. If this was the NFL, Tom Brady would be not just on the poster. He would be the largest person on the poster. He would be the center. They'd make a pyramid. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady would be kind of fading in the background. Babe Ruth would be fading in the background. Him and probably they'd probably do Jackie Robinson too, and they'd probably add like Aaron Judge or a current player. Like that's enough history where they would do that. Football, it'd be fucking Brady. Like they would just be like Tom Brady is maybe him and Mahomes, but like he's passing the torch. Basketball, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and LeBron would be a little bit smaller but bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clarke she's a bigger deal than Michael Jordan was to basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I read the craziest thing. I was going through their CBA. The fact that, guys, in 2 years since she's been there, The top paid player in 2024, her first year, is now would have made or makes less, made less. All my tenses are off. Made less than the player who's making the least this year.
Yeah.
That is more than just a switch. That's like a 50-year switch.
Yes.
It's a 50-year jump.
Yeah.
All because of this one girl who is like so uncontroversial.
Yeah.
In every aspect. There is an element of one of the reasons why the WNBA is so dramatic is because half the players are fucking dating each other.
Yes.
Like there are marriages in the WNBA. There are the number one pick in this year's draft, the Dallas, who had Paige Beckers, drafted with their first pick, AZ Fudd, who is her girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And people she was up there as the number one pick. People assumed she'd be the number one pick. Yeah. But the second that Dallas got the number one pick, it was like, well, they're clearly going to draft their star player's girlfriend because it'd be rude if they didn't. Yeah. What an insane.
The only other thing that's close to that is WWE.
It's pretty close to WWE.
Yeah.
And the drama is fucking crazy and it's growing. And there's also this sort of sense too of like, you know how like, I mean, there's a lot of stud culture in the league too, where it's kind of a lot of people sort of being like, I'm tough. And Caitlyn is tough, but it's just, it's a weirdly violent league, like almost putting on a show of violence to be like, thinking that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
And they don't like that Caitlyn, she's a Steph Curry type. She's not a LeBron type.
No. And I just don't know what could be done at this point.
Nothing. They're going to.
If LeBron said something, do you think that would change attitude?
What if I told you LeBron has said many things?
Has he? Okay.
He said that the players in the WNBA are stupid.
Oh.
He has said, so is Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
So is
Charles Barkley doesn't shock me,
but Charles Barkley said, y'all are petty, man. By the way, it's a perfect Charles Barkley impression. That's exactly what he says. He said, y'all girls are petty. And he just listed everything I listed where he was like, your life is so much better than it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because of this one player. And what do you guys do? You hate her for it.
Yeah.
And she has said nothing.
I know. And I get the
jealousy.
I get the urge to hate her.
Yeah.
Tag's still on my shirt. But just to like act on it in petty ways is the bad thing. It's just not good for like, as women, we constantly like, we judge women more, like we hold women to a higher standard or whatever. And so it's like, it always gets divided like even more into like, let's cut the pie even more instead of being like, hey, something really awesome is happening in women's sports. Like we were talking about women's soccer the other day.
Yes.
And I was like, before WNBA took off like recently.
Yeah.
That was like the last time like major female sports were like front and center.
Yes.
Was when like the women's American team was like killing it.
Yes. Every time.
When that became known that it's like, no, the women fucking kick ass at soccer.
The Women's World Cup is watched in this country.
Yes. That felt like a bigger deal.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the only thing I would correct you and say, I would mansplain correct you and say, I think actually the women's gymnastic team might have beaten them in the Olympics. But that's only one team.
But I consider...
Or like 3 Olympics of it. But like that one core group.
But I consider that like a...
Special time.
That's a women forward sport.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Men gymnasts.
That's so true.
Like there's men gymnasts, but it's like there's not like and he was the best.
No,
like, I can't name a male gymnast.
That is so true. And then you could say Serena Williams, but she was one person.
Yeah.
Like Serena still gets that attention. She's coming back. She's insane. But like that's one person as opposed to an entire league.
A league.
It is really rising tide lifts all boats. That's what's also crazy about it is the fact that it's like the assumption was, okay, and it was sort of true the first season, Caitlin Clarke's going to enter the league. We knew she was going to be popular. I mean, literally more people tuned in to watch Caitlin Clarke get drafted than they did watch the WNBA finals from like 3 months earlier.
Yeah.
That's how much bigger she was than the entire fucking league. Yeah. So
I just see it. It's just really hard because I'm like, I want to see the women's league succeed.
And the thing is, though, that's what I'm saying.
And
though,
it is.
But like the assumption was she gets drafted. Everyone's going to buy her jersey. Indiana Fever are going to sell out every arena, and they're going to have a huge boost in ratings and they're going to make a ton of money. Good for Indiana Fever. Everybody else is going to still be the WNBA. Not true. The entire league, ratings league-wide went up. Not as much as the Fever did.
Yeah, but...
They don't sell out as much as the Fever do when they come to town. But they do sell out way more now.
Yeah.
Like it is... This, because that's all you need is like... All you need is people to pay attention and they're watching. Okay, they might start with the Fever versus the Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
No, that's the soccer team.
No, Chicago Fire is the show.
And it's the soccer team.
Chicago Sky.
Chicago Sky. They might start watching that, but then they're going to start watching Sky games because they like some of the Sky players.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how it builds. It's not a zero-sum game.
Yeah. We're going to see the Aces next weekend.
I know. We are Aces fans. Mm-hmm. We're also fans of the Washington Mystics by transient property, even though I know very little. I was a big Mystics fan years before Clarke even was in college because I liked Elena Deladon.
Yeah.
Who also dated a player. I don't know if it was her teammate, but she dated another player in the WNBA, and then she kind of just left. But I have an Elena Deladon jersey.
Do you?
Yeah. I fucking loved her. She was awesome. And that's sports gossip.
Gorge. I think that's the pod.
That's pod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go watch movie night. Love Island movie night.
Yeah. I was going to say, we are missing movie nights tonight. So I'm like, it feels like that's going to change everything.
Yeah. Maybe either we'll hop on. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we'll get you next week.
Hey, love you guys. Happy America 250. Tell us in the comments what your favorite top maybe listicle you could do is. What's a listicle you could do? Like, I couldn't think of fucking any. I got invention.
I love that you were coming up with the listicles and then you were like, I can't answer it.
Because I'm shocked that they haven't done it. Like every New Year, they're like top 10 songs of the year. We haven't had a top 10 songs of the 250.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just seems so obvious for these websites that just want clicks.
It's true.
What's BuzzFeed up to? Okay, pod's back on. I'm kidding. All right. Love you guys. Grab a pina colada, towel off. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.